Hello? I think that's better. Yeah, weird. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Let's try this again. Oh, yeah. Animation, it's fine. Yes. Don't mind beans. My mouth is not mouthing. Um, uh, 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 Is that better? Ah, it's a little bit better, but not much. How about now? Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so the last time, right before heading off to Germany, like literally hours before, I finished this biome map on the GPU. So on the CPU, it looks like this. Oh, that's gonna take fucking forever. Damn it. Mm, or it's just not gonna work. Hmm, weird. Mm, hmm. Line 102. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. RGB A8. Hmm. Line 118. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hmm. Yes. Yes, indeed. See if it crashes it. Nope, sure didn't. Wow, that looks very weird. It's like a camouflage pool tiger or something. Anyway, so now I actually have the GPU creating biomes, which was kind of the major step that I needed to get done. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to do the biome separation. So each biome needs to have uh, its own noise function, or at least its own noise attributes or parameters. I mean. Hmm. And then I have to do the post processing, but that'll be later. So let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Let's go ahead and open up this. Come on. Why you take so long? Some water. Okay, let's close that out and start it up again. Okay, weird. Compute terrain, compute biomes. Alrighty, cool. So when I send these, I have the colors, which right now, so I can make a struct here. Um, what I need to avoid doing is creating a new state per pixel. So this is going to create a state here. What are we calling the state? We're calling it a big dummy head. Well, maybe we shouldn't be mean to it. We're going to call it Bob. If we're mean to it, it might be mean to us. So I need to avoid setting all of this stuff on a per pixel basis. Ah, beans. So many beans. Oh my god. Pixtopia, home of the big stupid heads. Oh, and also Bob. Why are there so many beans? Ah, hello. Ah, so many beans. Alrighty, so, oh god, no, I'm gonna die. You have a lot of points, don't you? Having din-dins, yeah, probably should have had some before I started the stream. Not hungry yet, though. Mm. Yeah, I had food both on the way to Workies and on the and at Workies as well. Yeah, I had breakfast and lunch today. Hmm. Biome values, yes, that is correct. Hmm. So once I have the biome data, might actually be able to output it. Let's see. I don't know what button I'm looking for. There, yeah, yeah. Godot. Compute shader. So I could have inputs and outputs like this. What, daycare? Yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to optimize the wait time before the sync, but I already knew that. Uh, do do do. rd.buffer get data. So I can pull data out. So I guess I could have a struct that is describing this stuff, this state right here. Um, so essentially what I have to do is all of these values here have to actually be uh, 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 have to be defined somewhere else, like outside, like in a text file or something showing like these are all of the biome data. Could also be a database or whatever. Um, and then I have to load them into I have to load them into both the biome for the actual overall biome thing, but then also each one of those is going to have a different state depending on what biome it is, and that's what I'm going to try to figure out today. Take all these values and define them somewhere else. Exactly. So the problem is that the GPU, these shaders, are very, very picky about how you send and retrieve data from them. They're all in byte format, like packed byte arrays. And that makes it difficult because you have to align all of these things in the same way every single time. So if I have 10 states, they all have to be in the exact same order for all of these. Otherwise, like if one of those just had a frequency before a noise type, it would get very confused because it's thinking that's going to be a noise type and that is not valid. And so it would probably crash it. um, and one way that I can do that is this. So this right here is the actual struct for that state. So I could actually create this on the C#, the scripting side. Yeah. I can just create this exact same thing. Ugh. Oh man, already yawning. Just started. Hmm. Yeah, I can create this struct on the other side and have it each state loaded from external things like a text or whatever, and then do an array of these structs. Much like this. No. Much like this. Yeah. I wonder if I can even put an FNL state. Hmm. Those are push constants, which are not going to be constant. Binding equals 4. Restrict buffer. We are going to call this I don't I don't think I need the actual biome data in here because this is only going to get me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the biome is. And once we have that, we don't need this biome shader anymore because we've moved into the actual height map version of it. Or the height map shader, rather. Yeah. So this will be FNL state. Oh my, that's not what I meant to do. So FNL state is the struct. So struct is a type. This will not be biome colors. This will be biome states, I guess. Biome state params. We'll call this state params, and we'll just call it the same down here. State params. And hopefully then I could just pass in an array of objects, each having this, and then I can just pull them out and pass them into this FNL create state thing. Now, I just have to make sure that the FNL create state and all this other stuff is not going to be very inefficient, but seems to be doing just fine here. It is a little slower, but compared to the CPU, I mean, this is essentially instant. Like it's just, yeah, instant. Versus the CPU, which is dooby dooby doo. Dooby dooby doo, and it just freezes because it's using all the CPU. Yeah, so it takes 15 seconds or so versus the GPU, which is basically instant. So even if it is inefficient, it's still so much better. And then I can figure it out later to make it more efficient later on. So this right here, I have to make sure that that's actually going to be a thing. All the shader bindings for the given set must be covered. Binding 1, set 0 was not provided. That is true. I have not provided that as a buffer. I don't need to go fucking do it. I have the. There we go. Yep. So here, F and L flying nano llamas. Yes. Just a bunch of nanobots that are shaped like llamas, and they spit at you. What was I doing? All right, it's GLSL. Struct array as buffer. Let's see if that is a thing that is possible. You should use a uniform buffer object. I think I already am, right? I'm not. Instance data, okay. Allow you to store up to 64 kilobytes minimum of data. Need to be aware of the layout, which is what I was just saying earlier. STD 140. That's a lot of STDs. Yeah, this is right because that's why all the things are always saying never use vec3s because no matter what, it's going to have to pad it with a byte, and that's just confusing. So, I mean, you're going to be not saving anything anyway because you're going to have to carry that byte along with you. So you may as well just have the vec4 to align them correctly. You do not have to worry about how it packs a struct until you start using buffer objects. Be careful of the layout before you get laid out. Yeah, that's right. That's it's a good description of uniform buffer objects. Pro at uniform buffer objects. Hell yeah. Maybe I could just pay you to do this then. Is my stream going on the YouTubes? Let's see. Don't know if it is. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, it is. Yes. That's quiet. Okay. You ain't gonna pay me. I'll do it for free. Be like Bo Burnham. Yeah, most likely they'll pay me, but I do it for free. Data alignments. Okay. So I can do it. I can do it. That is the good news. So STD 430 versus STD 140. I have looked this up like 10 times, and I'm probably going to have to continue looking it up like 10 times because it is confusing. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum. Yeah. All right, let's see. Don't care about your thing. I just want to look at the answer. It's the fact that arrays of types are not necessarily tightly packed. An array of floats in such a block will not be the equivalent to an array of floats in C and C++. It's a multiple of 16 bytes. Okay. Except the few optimizations in the alignment and strides for arrays and structs of scalars and vector elements. They are no longer rounded up to a multiple of 16 bytes, so an array of floats will match an array of floats in C#. It says C++, but I'm not using C++. Note that this layout can only be used with shader storage blocks, not uniform blocks. Rude. So I guess I'll be doing STD 140 because it does not work with uniform blocks. Gotcha. All right, there we go. 140. Restrict uniform buffer object. Doop-beep-a-doo. Man, I wish I had a soda. Maybe I'll go steal a soda here at the next ad break. Okay. So I have to put in the color buffer, Biome albedo map like this. I don't know, biome value map, not albedo map. I don't need the colors because this is not dealing with colors, it's dealing with heights. Okay, 0, this is going to be 1, this one's going to be 2, and I want to make sure this is up here above the constants, because that's less confusing. Okay. You think I could steal a soda from you? I think that'll be better than a monster. I can come down and get it. Okay. How come this one's oh, because it's not a uniform buffer object, it's just a buffer object. Got it. Okay. So for this, I have to say biome, so state params. State params buffer. I'll call this state params. So this will actually all hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hmm. So I could just manually do this. Okay, FNL create state. Is there a way for me to create state from another state? Let me see. Shader editor. Create. FNL create state. Optionally set the state seed. Right. Must only be created using FNL create state to ensure defaults are set. So I could just create the state. um, and then manually reset all of them. Kind of annoying to do it that way, but that's okay. I'm a special kind of whack guy. Let's see. So this would be state params buffer dot biome state way down here. So I have to find out. Image load. Where's image load? Image load. Biome value map. Kerplump. 2.5 minutes, and I'm coming to steal a soda if you got any left. If not, I'll grab a monster or something. Biome value pixel. Right. .r. Okay, I'm using R. So I can say int biome number equals biome value pixel at no .r. Right? Yeah. Okay. So it would be something like this. And actually what I could do, so this is the state itself. I'm a special kind of white guy. Um, okay. Alrighty, so the ad starts in a few seconds, and I will be right back. Yes. Once the ad starts. Blah, 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 blah. So what we're going to do is this. Ad is still starting soon, so I'll still wait for a second. Okay, there it goes. I will be right back. Alrighty. I have returned. Yes. Mm, soda, salty pop. It's so yummy. 2 Point Hospital. Ooh. You don't need audio cues for the game? Yeah. Well, have fun. All right. You get a second monitor, nerd. There we go. Ended that subscription. That's not very KonMari method of you. What? Dedicated WUF monitor. That's right. Just for WUF. Just for me. That's all anyone really needs. So I need to create a struct in C# with these mothers in there. WUF always sparks joy. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I don't even have the ability to spark anything but joy and happiness and warm fuzzy feelings. Ah, beans. Beans and boops. All right, we're waking up a little bit with that there sody pop that I stole from somebody. Sody pop. Oh my. Can't see. Okay. Right in here. Oh, I got a lot of stuff to do. All right. What'd you get for stealing my pop? Yeah, fair enough. I will pay the box fee. Oh my god. That was very loud and painful. Ow. That was just cuz. Oh, that's so rude. uh. Hmm. Dream biome? Yeah. Yeah, that's all these pink ones. See? Doesn't it look dreamy? Ooh, dream. That also dream for some reason. Where's the noodle biome? I mean, this is kind of like a noodle biome, right? Yellow. Or maybe the brown. It passes. This one looks kind of like a noodle, right? Right? Maybe? Maybe like a squid. I don't know. Or is it a kid? Hmm. Can't tell. Okay, so it all looks like noodles. They're all noodles. Noodles everywhere. As far as the eye can see. Alrighty, so Biome Factory, yeah. So I need to be able to load these, so I could put these into, could put these into their own biome. Okay, add new item. Biome, what am I going to call this? Shader params. Okay, you are not a class, you are a struct. It's just going to be a float. So if I do public, they all become public. Wait. FNL rotation type 3D. That's right. I have to put all the enums for those. That's going to be annoying. But it's a public struct. Oh, right. This is biome shader params. Biome shader params. Okay. Read only. Right. Well, we can just say public on all of these. Yeah. Sure. Yes, do it. Do the thing. Enter. Tab. There we go. Oh yeah. Metal. Nah, but you're actually right. You hit on something there. That's not supposed to be a float. That is. Hmm, because that's not a float. It's a noise type. Hmm. Which, I mean, they're all ints basically. Um. Beans. The head pats. Um. So I could just have it as an int, but mm, but then it will just pass as like a 5 instead of. Yeah, so I'll do them as actual enums then. Yeah, fine. You pass as a 10? Oh. Hmm. Out of 100? Oh. Still, that's pretty good. Sweet and salty? No, I'm trying to click that so I could. Come on. All right, fine. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it. There we go. Public. Okay. So I could bring those in. Um, so instead of that, I could have this as a wrapping class, static class. Public float makes you think of it. Well, I'll float down here, Georgie. Yeah. Biome params. So I could bring all of this into here. Kerplop. Call this shader params. Public enum. No, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be this right here. That's fractal type. That's not what I wanted. Noise type. And it didn't work. All right. Well. Oh, right. Okay, so public enum. This is going to be FNL noise type. Oh my lordy. I'll just call it noise type. I think it's supposed to be capitalized. Yeah. So we have this, this, and this, this. Open for donations towards the game? Well, I mean, I should have donations open. I don't know. But yeah, I essentially or eventually want to get enough where I'm actually, splitting money between me and Dusty and Slowby once we all are actually making money off of this, instead of like 40 cents a stream or a Kickstarter, like crowdsourcing it or crowdfunding. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I no longer need this. Perlin value cubic value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the crowdfunding. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens once we get to that point where we actually could try to crowdfund something, because we're quite far from that, I think. Uh, Especially because it takes a long time to get something actually working. But once we're there, maybe, I don't know. KC, boink boink. This is now rotation type. Rotation. Is there a rotation type 3D and 2D? Nope, it's 3D. Um, yeah, that's fine. All right. So we got none. Improve XY, improve XZ, surround sound burp. Yep, exactly. None, improve XY. I think I go. Okay, boink, boink. Okay, rotation type, go right here. Boink. Now the fractal type. Come on. Progressive, domain warp, independent. Okay, fractal type goes right here. So yeah, this is actually going to be what, 32, 64. Well, 4 bytes, 4 bytes. So 8, 12, that's 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56. 60, 64, 68, 72. So this will be 76 bytes per value. If it can hold 64 kilobytes, it can hold like 900 biomes. So I think we're good. You could eat it all in one bite. Yeah, maybe. It is perfectly packed just for you. It's very full of protein. I hear that fractals taste good too. So I need cellular distance function. It's all noodles, all the way down. What is this called? Cellular distance. Funk. I have no idea if this is faster or not. Probably not. Oh well. Euclidean, Euclidean square, Manhattan hybrid. I think that's all of them. Yep. Okay. Cellular return type is the next one. I guess these can be static. These don't have to be, oh. Oh, because it's not an actual variable. I think you could do it like that, but cannot. All right, so public enum cellular return type. Oh, come on, really? Distance, distance to add, distance to sub, distance to sub. Distance to mole. How does it know? All right, get rid of this. Dink, dink. Distance to sub, so very far away. I know. Never close enough. Alrighty, cellular return type. This goes to here. Oh, wait. I forgot to put this one in there. Okay. Have to do domain warp type. This has to be public. This has to be public. Public. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Next and final domain warp type. All right. Haha. I made it listen to me this time. Simplex 2 reduced and open simplex basic grid. It's not open simplex, it's just basic grid. All right, good enough. Okay, domain warp type goes to here. And we'll retype all this. 3D. And actually, since this has the seed in it and the frequency and all that, I can actually pull these out. I guess they're kind of constants. No, well. Since the seed and frequency are actually already in here, I might be able to remove the constants that I have and just pass it in along with the shader params. Yeah. We'll see. If not, then I could probably just remove these things and keep them as constants, which also works. Weighted strength. That's what I've got. Don't have very strong ping pong skills, though. Jitter mod. Jitter mod. That's what happens when I have too much monster. Or maybe too little monster. Amp. Amp. Gain. Lockinarity. And octaves. Alrighty, so we have the base types here. I don't need all this stuff. Go away. Okay. When? Sure, I guess. Man, we're at 400 lines on just this one scene so far. That's pretty good. No, good, as in there's a lot of stuff in here, doing stuff. Okay, so the first thing is compute biome map GPU, which is only used up here. That is going to be used first. Boink. So ideally, I would send this, sync it up, and then send this one, and then wait a little bit and unsync it, because the biome map here is going to be much faster since it's only just creating basically a big grid of numbers that are just like 0 to the number of biomes that there is. Whereas the height map value is going to be quite a bit more in depth, because each pixel has to pull its state down like this and do the actual warping of that space. Well, not warping, but the has to create the height and then do all of the warping and all of that stuff. Whereas this, once it's generated on this biome, I never have to do this again. It's also really quick, because it's only pulling these biome values based on a very simple equation, which is basically just, is my noise lower than a value? And I can even make this more optimized if it's like really, really bad or something, but I don't think it will be. And I mean, honestly, if really, really bad means it takes 20 seconds to generate a huge map, then I am completely fine with that, because I mean, Terraria can easily, on large maps, can easily take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes to create. Like 7 days to die. When you create really big maps, it can take anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes to fully create the map and load it in. So if I'm on the order of 20 or 30 seconds, I don't really think I need to optimize beyond that. But of course, there's going to be a lot of processing that happens after this shader, because we have to add in like rocks and spawn points and trees and grass and caves and mountains and all of that stuff. So these taking up to 20 seconds, I am fine with. The rest of that stuff, once I add it on top, as long as it's about 5 minutes or less, I'm totally fine with that. The problem is going to be well, not the problem, but um, the actual final thing is going to be testing it on really poor GPUs. I have that 1050 Ti that I got from Goodwill. I'm going to test it on that at some point. Um, and then also test that versus the CPU and see if like a really old GPU in the tens or nines or something, or even earlier, would be uh, worse than just using a CPU. And I might have to just do those calculations. So basically have it so that certain GPUs, if you have a better CPU, it'll swap over to that. I don't see any GPU being slower than most CPUs until we get to the area of like laptops, where a lot of the built-in GPUs are actually heavily shaved down uh, versions. And so those mobile GPUs could be quite a bit less efficient than the mobile CPUs. But that's all going to be tested later. I also have a laptop that I used a long ass time ago. So looks like another ad is starting soon. So I'll be right back once that starts up. Okay. Should always shave your GPU. That's true. That's true. You don't want it to overgrow, for sure. Otherwise it gets hairy, and you definitely don't want a hairy GPU. That's just no bueno. Anyways, I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back, and the GPUs have been shaved. We are in a much better position. Okay, so I've got that. Now I want to send it. Um, so I could do it with the Biome Factory for now. Hmm. Hmm. I could also do it inside of the biome things themselves. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Um, yeah, I do like that. Um, I biome data. So biome type is actually going to be there because that's more needed um, than these. These are only used in the CPU version. So right now we'll do um, what is this called? Biome shader. We'll do that. Shader params. Okay, so I like having it there, but that means I have to update them in all of these. Could also have a name. That means that I could actually load them in from like uh, custom things from external sources uh, instead of having to rely on hard-coded compiled classes. Yes, very, very nice. So this bass noise that I have, when it's passed in, I could actually just pull those values out. Uh, of the noise that I'm passing in. Could do that. But then I have to worry about this bass noise getting carried around. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, oh, deleted. I don't care. All right. So yes, I just hard code all these values here. These definitely need to be loaded from an external thing. I guess we'll do that at some other point. Get biome colors, and then public static shader params. It's actually biome params dot shader params. Get biome params. It's actually going to be an array of them. It's basically just going to be this right here. Yeah, shader params. Yeah. Params. Oh, params is a keyword. Call it biome params. That. Okay. We loop through them and we say biome params I equals, not new, equals get biome data dot shader params. And then I return biome params. Like that. There we go. Are there ways to set defaults for that? New illness lycanthropy discovered. I love it. Okay. Alrighty, so C# struct default value. They will automatically be 0 and null. Okay. so I don't actually need a default value. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This. So it's going to be zeros all the way across. Um, could make this abstract class. So like I can't put an abstract like it'd be abstract get or I guess load params from file or whatever. Right. Wait, it's an interface. Can I have okay, so if I have int, let's say return 42. Huh. I see. Nice. So, so I could start creating these things here. So here, it's not materials. I need it in fountain shaders. Guess I could just put it into biomes, right? Um, hmm. Biomes, create new text file. Yeah, we'll call it JSON for now. We're going to call this forest parameters.json. Save. So it has to be starting with that. Okay. Yeah, that's not what I want. Domain. Fix that. Just remove the default things because okay, so I need all these. So annoying. All right, we're gonna do it. We're doing it. All right, so first we're gonna have seed. So seed and frequency, I don't actually need to load and save that. Frequency I do. Seed I don't. Yeah, so let's remove that. Frequency I do because oops. Because that is actually the frequency of the thing. Noise type, we'll call that 0. Rotation type, 3D, call that 0. Type. We'll just do the zeros on all of these for now. Octaves, I think it's like 8 or something. Or 3, we'll say 3. Lockinarity. 2.0. Gain. Real gainer, bro. 0. Okay, weighted strength is 0.5. Why is this? Okay, there we go. Oh, cool. Ping pong strength, we'll call that 0.5. Cellular distance func, we'll just have defaults on all these motherfuckers. for now, well, not defaults, but the first one, which isn't really the default, but oh well. Let's put a space there. Okay, that. Okay, domain warp amplitude. That will be, I do believe it's 1. Or it's 2, I don't know. Okay, we'll call this 3.0 for amplitude. Domain warp gain, which is 1.0. Man, there's a lot of variables here. I don't really realize how many there are until you're putting them into a JSON file here. Lockinarity 2.0. And domain warp octaves of 3. Okay. Um, so I think the seed I'm going to use as a input parameter and not as a shader parameter. And then when I load it from the file, it could just be a random one or just a default of something. That'll be fine. Okay. Alrighty, duplicate. We need the same thing but planes, okay. Same thing but dream. Same thing dirt. Oops. Same thing swamp. What other ones are there? Meadow. Okay, meadow. Yeah, gotcha. Meadow is the next one. All right, so in order to make sure that this is actually going to So this is the height map. So we can say slightly higher frequency. The noise type will be 1. Octaves is 3. That's fine. We'll have a gain of 3. There we go. We'll have a gain of 5. And this is just so that we could prove that the forest is different than these, which would mean that these are loaded correctly. Oops. Wait, what? Why? Rude. That's so rude. Why would you do that? Duplicate. Swap. See if it did it right this time. It did. 2, 5. We don't want a gain of 5. We want a gain of 1. This one's not a gainer. This one will be planes. Planes. Good type. Gainers? Yes, 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 gainers. Swamp. Need dream. Meadow. I knew that would bring you out of the woodwork there. Dream, meadow, plains. I need dirt. Not desert. Although desert does sound pretty good. Meadow, plains, swamp, dream, dirt. Is there 6 of them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. You've got a jar of dirt. Yeah. Does it have Pinkie Pie in it? Or Fluttershy? I don't know. Whatever it was. Insert meme reference here. Okay. So only the forest has slightly different values. Okay, well, I guess that did too. Oh well. Now it's back down to normal. Okay. Hmm. Water. Yes. Yes, yummy, yummy water. Mm-hmm. This isn't in a namespace. How weird. Okay, now it isn't a namespace. What is in a name? What's in a namespace? Oh, there we go. Oh, what's in a name? Space. And I could do int dot max value. No, not big integer. There we go. And we'll say minus 13. Because we want to have a little bit of room on the other side uh, for like octaves and things like that, which just increment the seed value. So resource loader.load. Right. How do I load a JSON file? Alrighty. The great and wonderful and wise woof of go fucking do it. Lost my stream. There it is. What was I doing? Yeah, what do you, oh, yes, load JSON, Godot. Yeah, I know it uses JSON. I am a smart woof. I know these things. Okay, JSON.parse. Gotcha. This is not C sharp, but that's all right. I got distracted with that. All right. So I need to do JSON.new. JSON class. All right. Type array K. Hey, I gotcha. Hmm. Hmm. Convert all numerical values to float types. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't need to stringify, I need to parse a string. Yep. Yep. Attempts to parse the JSON string provided and returns the parsed data. So that returns it as a variant, which is not exactly what I want. Let's see here. Store and load. Saving games. I don't really need a saving game. Not yet. A little flowchart to help you decide what you need. Are you going to share data to another thing? Yeah, maybe. Use JSON. Okay, so I don't need really, yeah, so I'm going to use JSON, which makes sense. Using file access. Yep. Serialize directly to a file using resource saver. And resource loader. Is in inspector compatibility. Nearly as lightweight as object ref counted, they can still display and export properties in the inspector. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Format loader and format saver. Use your custom format as if it were a resource, letting you define the steps. What? Oh, what? Currently supported formats, JSON files, and a JSON extension because people love it for some reason. What do you mean because people love it for some reason? Because JSON is the best. Always, always the best. Is my stream still working? Yeah, okay, there it's working. Weird. All right. So sample.json, sure. Yeah. Okay, custom resource. A repository will make experiments with custom resources. I don't really want somebody else's thing. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. For creating, we need to define the resource. Since we have already made one, for example. Resource format loader, gotcha. Yes. Oh, did not mean to do that. We don't want to overclock the CPU right now. Okay, resource loader. Resource format saver and loader and all this type of stuff. All right, I gotta check this. Oh yeah, it's going. She going. Ain't nobody saw that. Okay, so you may also implement a resource format saver. I don't need it. I just want a resource loader. You didn't see it, but you saw everything. You saw. You saw what you see. See what you saw and use it to cut the boat in half. If you saw a C in half, you get two lowercase u's on their side. This is true. Now you just have to put a W in between them, and it's an Awoo. Awoo. Chad, is this real? Yes, I think it's real. Hmm. I want my money back. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, no refunds. No, this is a no refund stream. Maybe next one, but not this one. Um, oof, big oof. Yeah, maybe next time. So, some channel points to get you to the next payday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to have that buffer. Can't be living channel point to channel point. So, no, Blender, go away. I know you want to be loaded, but no. So I need to create my own format loader basically so that I can actually load this JSON file into my parameters here. I was hoping that there was a built-in way using like annotations or something, like Google's JSON has that, which is really nice, but I don't really want to pull in external dependencies, even things like JSON, which is very common and just fine to pull in, but I don't wanna. So let's go ahead and add this in. Um, Editor import plugin registers a custom resource importer in the editor. Provide a way to extend the editor's resource import functionality. Um, get import options. Gamba to Gambi is what I always say. uh, so I could create my own mm, uh, editor import plugin. I have no idea how old this is. January 2024. It's only a year and a half old. It's not super old, right? Uh, clear data. Yep. Serialize directly to a file and deserialize using resource loader. They were made for data. They live for data. Uh-huh. So that's stringify. I don't need that. From native. Wish this had a C# example, but that's all right. I can parse it in my head. Stringify data descend. Sure. Parse var error. This is data descend, which is an array, which is type array. Yep. Okay. So let's just try to do JSON and just try to get these values. Because if I could just get these values like raw, then I don't really need to worry about actually creating these things. I can just raw dog it. Yeah. Oh, let me do that. I suppose what I could do is file. Load string path. I mean, I could just do a string path. String params path with a get. Hey, give me the thing. Rude. Oh, there it is. Okay. Suppose I could actually shader params path is not equal to null. Then I will have to load it. Resources or resource.load. It's not resource.load. Let's see. Oh, great and wise Google. JSON.new. Let's see if we can actually new that up here. Nope. Okay, so this is going to be a Godot thing. So it's going to be gd dot. Is there a JSON in here? No. Converts a formatted string to the original value. No, that's, I mean, it's kind of close, but not quite. Stringify. Okay, almost. So this isn't exactly what I need. I need, what is this? Set seed for the RNG to seed. Whoa. Cool. So as a built-in rand, that's kind of cool. So how do I new it up? JSON objects convert into a dictionary. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, go back. Let's see. Equal to JSON.new. Godot.json. Okay, it's not all uppercase. Got it. Okay, so var JSON.parse. So that's the JSON text. Turns the text parsed by. I don't want to set that. Data, let's see, contains the parsed JSON data in variant form. Don't really need that. Um, uh-huh. They're trying to boost me already. Look at that. How do I ban somebody from here? Hmm. All right. Well, I guess I'll just go to here. Uh-huh. Why is it? Yes, but it is not showing me the thing. I don't know how to do things. Um, I don't know how to remove the chat. Oh well. Well, I wouldn't click on that. I just don't know how to. Oh, mod view. Is that how I do it? One of these days, I'll learn how stuff works. Oh well. Guess it's not showing me that. Oh well. In here. uh, it's nothing working. Ah. Yeah, there isn't a delete message or ban user button, which is kind of weird. Um, I have them in the community area here. Uh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll just continue. Okay. Doopy doo, doopy doopy doo. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. JSON dot. Alrighty. So we're gonna do parse. Set. What does that do? Oh, okay. So you can just directly interact with the properties. That's good. That's good. Parse. Okay. So I need to get the actual JSON path. What? Oh, why did it say parse then? All right, so I need to load that as a text file first, I think. Non-static variant of JSON. If unsuccessful, use get error line. The optional keep text argument. Uh-huh. If you want custom error handling. So I don't need to new it up. I could just do json.parse. It returns an error. Okay. Huh. JSON.derulo. No. No, I don't think that's right. Okay, so I have to read the string. Okay. Godot, read string from file. I could do a file access. Okay. Ah, beans. Thanks for head pats. File access. Recommended to use resource loader instead of file access. Uh, don't want to load images. Non-resource files such as plain text files cannot be read using a resource loader. Okay, well, you lied to me. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be looking like this right here. Okay, kerplop. Shader params path. Okay, we want to do JSON Derulo dot parse content. But it doesn't handle errors. Okay. New existing JSON into a variant that can be used with Godot. If successfully object reference is required. Alrighty, fine. Var JSON equals new JSON. Let's new it on up. Okay. So this is going to be an error. If error type is not equal to error dot okay, oops. We could either throw or we could just do gd.print error. I guess we'll just say error type, right? Yeah. Unable to parse Biome shader parameter JSON with an error type at the end of it, just to tell me what it does and why it failed. I'm probably going to be seeing that a lot, but that's okay. Oh, there's an ad in progress, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Yes. Okay, so if it's not okay, otherwise, well, I guess it doesn't. Oh, yeah, otherwise. Okay. Then we want to do JSON.data. It's gonna give me a variant. Uh, I'm gonna say JSON dot data in variant form. Yeah, but if it's a variant, how do I grab that stuff? Um, what if I say as biome shader params? Must be variant compatible type. See, I knew it. I knew it. You lied. Well, you didn't lie to me, but you know. Got me all hyped up for nothing. Hmm. JSON dot hmm. I'll just do this one more thing factor. Nice. I like that. What game is it again? Hmm. But if it's a variant, um, hmm, uh, Type of data received is type array. Well, it's going to be an object, not an array. JSON.get property. Get type. The type of the current instance. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Get property list. Okay. It may be necessary to explicitly mark class members as Godot properties. That's what I was thinking, but it's not quite what I was hoping. This is all setting stuff. Oh, come on. How do I know what type it is? I mean, there is a type of, but I don't think that's right. JSON dot oh yeah, dot data. That's why. It's because it's test. It's so yeah. Derp. All right, so we call this data dot. Yeah, I was doing the JSON itself, not the data. So this should be able to tell me what type it is. Variant type. It should be object. I mean, we could say if. Um, plus data.toString. Let's see what happens here. Return null. No. Okay. Return. Sure. So I could do this as a field initializer, or I could do it as a backing field with a get shader params. Hmm. Um, I mean, I guess I could just say in the constructor, just load it from the file. Uh, yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, that'll work. It's not going to work. Okay, well, interface cannot contain instance fields. Let's see. Um, hmm. All right. Yeah, so I could do get and set. The only thing is that I have to make sure that this is called in the constructor every time. Which is annoying. I mean, I guess I could do it like this. Okay, and then we could just do load. This has to be public. What the heck? Not static, so that's not going to work. Um, so it's not base. Let's see here. Call parents. Call interface. C sharp. Yeah, I know that. No extension method. Okay, there we go. Just had to cast it up. Don't like that, but oh well, good enough. Nope, away. Plains biome. Basically, all of the biomes have to now have this, which is okay. Oh no, my phone battery is about to die. Okay, I plugged in. I don't need to throw here, don't need to throw here. All right, so I gotta go here. I gotta find, so this is plains. I gotta copy the path. I don't know if that's gonna be right, but we're gonna try it. Oh, it's right. Look at that. So plains parameter, dirt parameter. Forest, yep. Okay. Meadow, exact same thing. And I'll definitely have a custom biome thing so that these can be created programmatically, but right now it's all going to be hard coded. Swamp. All damn swamp. Biome plains. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens if I turn on the height maps. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, good enough. All right, we're going to CPU. Oh my. Okay, it's already broken. 121, biome map 47. Dirt biome, line 24. Object, reference, not set to an instance of an object. At dirt biome 24. Eh. Okay, something else is wrong. No? Vector 2 biome position. What? That's confusing. Hmm. Okay, let's see. See if this actually says anything. Boink. Or if it just crashes. Wait, why is it working now? What? I didn't do anything. Ah. I must not have saved it or something. Very weird. Alright. Well, it's doing them all right here. Attempting to load shader. Good, good. And it didn't print this. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Here we want to do error type. Error type. Oh, wait, what? This isn't... Wait, okay, it's not actually ruh-roh. That's okay, though. I should make this smaller so it's not so long. Okay. Yeah, so it's okay. So it actually loads it every time. This is not what I need. Okay, data.variant type plus how what's up? Let's make this 1080 by 1080. Object type dictionary, okay. Being a noodle, doing noodle things. Yeah, yeah. This is good. So it's not an object type, it is a dictionary. Okay. So if it's a dictionary, give up on the whole wolf thing and just be a noodle. Ugh, I mean, I could go for some noodles. I'm pretty hungry now. Probably end the stream a little bit early tonight in like 40 minutes. Probably about 11 o'clock. And then I can eat something and go to bed. Dougal. All right, so this will be data dot. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, very much yes. So we don't need this anymore. Gonna print my dict all over. It's probably just going to be the reference and not the actual toString, but we'll see. Whoa, is it actually working? It is. Here's the forest one, obviously. That's pretty cool. That's what we needed. All right, so best way to do this is to go back over to my shader params thing here. Think public static so let's see here, get shader params from dictionary. Biome params dot shader params. Is that not in the namespace? Oh, it's not. No wonder. Or in the class, I mean. All right, what is the type here? Data dot type, get type, variant type, I think is what it is. Okay. Failed to build project. Oh no. Okay, return null. That's not going to work because structs are non-nullable. Okay. We'll make this 540 by 5. Just says dictionary. That's it. Godot.collections. Okay, so it already is in there. Dict dot doopa boop doo. Dict dot remember to see a doctor if you got dots on your dicks. That's true. That's true. You probably should be seeing a doctor at that point. Keys. I need not just the keys, not just the values. I need both of them. What is that called? I collection of variants. Yes, yes, but oh come on. Could do just two an actual dictionary. So basically I want to loop through it. Yeah, so all. Okay, so I could do a dot for each. Okay, it's not dot for each. Get enumerator dot. Doesn't have to be an enumerator. I could do ow. Could just say like this, what am I doing? For var dict. Dang it. For each. Oops, that should be for each. There we go. Derp. Okay. So we have KV, which is the Key value pair, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I need to do shader params dot hmm, 4 var in 7 years. Yeah, that's true. Or in this case, for each var and kvdict. Kvindictus. Yeah. Vin Diesel. So unfortunately, I can't do this the way that I was hoping to do it. The KV is in the dict. Yeah, that's true. That is the thing that is happening, or should be at least. Um, I mean, I could just do it. Should definitely see a doctor. So true. Um, is there a way to do that? I don't think there is because it's a struct C sharp. Okay. Let's see here. You could use a dictionary. Yeah, I understand that, but okay. So we could do it like this then. Got it. Okay. Take a shower and get some kind of dessert type thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some ice cream or something here in a bit. I'm probably gonna head to bed in like 20 minutes, or at least head to get foobs. All right. Get field key dot toString. Dot get value. kv dot value dots. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate because it's either going to be a float or an int. Uh, so gd.print. See how fast this crashes it. Well, it didn't. Okay. No longer need that. I'm never actually calling it. Ah, dang it. Data. Oh, biome dots. Okay, let's see now how fast it crashes. No, 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 it worked. It worked. Hmm. It shouldn't be an N32. Oh wait, no, octaves. Yes, 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 it is. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually like fully what it's supposed to be. That is cool. I got some noodles. Thank you. See what happens. Now it's going to crash, right? Right? Yeah. Oh my. Didn't crash, but it's... let's see. Biome line 32. Okay. Set value. Biome params plus shader params is not a field on the target object, which is of type system.string. Well, field frequency defined on type shader params is not a field on the target object, which is of system.string. That value index. What? Could have examples of documentation. How about if a day at work validates drinking on a Tuesday? I think there's always a validation for drinking on a Tuesday, especially if it's water. You couldn't drink when we last saw each other? You've leveled up, huh? Dot variant type. New. Set value, object value, int index. Gotcha. So that isn't going to work. Dot get field. Okay, let me just go back. Oh. So I want to get the field. Reflection is such a bitch. Every day is drink day. Yeah, but some days are drink more days. For sure, I understand that. Yesterday was that for me. The man, work was banging my head against a problem that was not that was not getting fixed. It's never a drink less day. Yeah, that's true. So I don't want to get value. I want to set value. Typed reference object sets the value of the field supported by the given object. I don't know what that means. Get field dot get value my struct. Stomach started really hurting. Drinking is now a problem. Yeah. Get value. Dot get value my struct. Oh, right. So if I do a set value instead, I do shader params here and then kv dot value there. The only problem, the only problem is that if I do it like this, it's gonna be a variant. But whatever, we're gonna try it. Yay, reds. All right. Yep, Godot variant cannot be converted to type system.single. Uh, I mean, I could do get type. Load JSON into custom struct C#. Godot. Let me see if they have a better way of doing this with like annotations or something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. JSON serializer. Is there a JSON serializer? There's a JSON serializer, but not a deserializer. Okay, so that's not what I want, but this might be. So if I do okay, so for this, I want to do JSON serializer dot deserialize into biome params dot shader params. Stream. There is no get stream. They just said string like that. That's not a stream though. It's a string. Oh, it's content. That works. It's like, does that actually work that way? Back's hurting. Okay. Var, no, shader params, because params is a keyword. GD.print shader params, return shader params. Alright. I didn't do it. What? I didn't do it, I promise. What? Alright, well. It looks as if the editor wanted to die. Like I done did it, yeah. Two string's not going to help because there's no default two string on that struct. What the? What do you mean failed to load assemblies? What the hell is wrong with you? What? Uh-huh. Why? System.text.json has this issue where serializing your class will be held internally by the JSON library. Workaround for using this library. Right. What's up? You heading to bed? Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna be heading to bed here pretty soon too. Thank you for the noodles. I'll eat them in just a bit. Nighty nights. Sleep well. Hmm. A new unloading event that's not registered. Unload incompatible features. System.text.json. Uh-huh. Okay, so GD JSON to custom type. Maybe there's a Godot version of it. This uses reflection, which is what I'm about to start doing anyway. Yeah, I don't, because I'm not saving out. This is, hmm. libgdx, which is not what I want to do. So, uh, this, which super unfortunate that I can't do it like this because this is really nice. All right, well, I have to actually head to bed anyway, but we got pretty dang close with this here saving and, well, not saving, but loading of the JSON thing, and got some pretty good benefits on this shader params thing. So I actually have that in here so that I can actually load that up into the GPU. And once I do that, it should be pretty simple from there to hook everything together. And then I'll have a better jumping off point. But that'll be later this week, probably Thursday is my guess. All right, well, thanks everyone, and have a good night.